I have a long-term passion in peace and conflict. I have been studying this for more than a decade. I had a special focus in conflict studies when I was a student myself. This program equips students with a profound understanding, first of all, at a conceptual level. So what is conflict? What type of conflicts are there? Then what are the sources underlying conflict that we observe around the world today? So when is it likely that we see a conflict break out? What is the development of conflict resolution? How do we reach ultimately sustainable peace? And we approach all of this from a theoretical perspective. So thankfully, a lot of research has been done in this field and we know a lot. So I think conflict studies is one of the most dynamic fields of research. They have two flagship journals, the Journal of Conflict Resolution and Journal of Peace Research. There's constantly new material up there. So every year we update our syllabi because so much has happened in the field, and that's of course linked to new events. So we always integrate the latest events.
Peace and conflict. As far as I'm concerned, if you can't do much unless you have peace, basically. So as far as I'm concerned, it's the most important development issue because, to put it in very concise terms, if people are shooting at each other, it's very hard to build a good life. It's very hard to build an economy, very hard to build a health system, very hard to build a government. And that's essentially it. It's the concrete foundation of a good society or a prosperous society. I would say to anyone doing any of the courses Inspire, don't be afraid to be a generalist. Go across the board. If you're doing like peace and conflict, I did a development aid class, I did a class in economics, and you're going to need to know it because there's so many intersecting areas. It's changed how I communicate verbally and how I communicate in writing. Certain lecturers are very strict to word count, and that makes you very good at clarifying your thoughts, and if you can clarify them on paper, you can communicate them better in terms of your assignments, but that also helps you clarify them better in how you speak, which has helped me in all aspects of my life, particularly university and my job.
We are the global university. I think it's especially true for this program. So every year I ask my students, actually, where are you from? And you get students from each continent. So it's enormously enriching experience for students to suddenly be in this international classroom. They learn from each other. They have micro-level information even beyond my own expertise that contributes enormously to the debates. We have some very lively debates, also simulations, a lot of simulations where they play out certain crises. And then the student from Ireland or the US will be very surprised by what the Nigerian student has to say. Or we have also Chinese students. They then come with a totally different take on world development and how we should go about solving some of these intractable conflicts.